In a room full of people, but I feel so lonely. I hate the fact that people acting like they know me. It's always the closest ones that betray you mostly. Can't stand the fact that I even let you like hold me.
What's going on, guys? Payne here today, back with another script, and today's script is for anime adventures. This may be the best script for the game right now. I'm not entirely sure, but it works so good. But the script does require some configuration, so you do need to set it up before you actually use it. Anyway, let's get right into that and I'll show you guys what I mean. First, what you want to do, you want to head over to cheat.gg. Link is in the description. As always, you can find the script on the front page most likely, or you can just search for it in the search bar. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to download the script. Once you download the script, go ahead and open it up. Now, there's a set of instructions. I've made it a bit more clear for you guys, but it's pretty easy. There's not a lot to do. So essentially, what you have to do is run this code block right here. Once you run this code block, something will get set to your clipboard, and then that will be the pet ID. So the pet ID is the main pet that you want to be placing down. So in this case, let's say it's Luffy. We have Luffy in the first pet ID. It will give us the pet ID. We'll paste it right here, and then if it's Luffy, we can just leave this as it is. But for example, if it's Owen, we'll be required to put Owen in our first slot, and then put his ID in here that we get by running this code block, and then change this to Owen, of course. And you can also change some settings, like if you want to make it hard and what level you want to be farming. So if it's level 2, you put 2, 3, 4, and so on. At the moment, I'm just starting out, so I only have Luffy, and I can only do level 1 on hard or normal. So I'll just keep this as it is. Okay, so once you're in the game, you guys can see I have 4 pets here. You most likely will have 1 pet, and whatever pet you have equipped here, that's the pet ID you will get. So in this case, I have Luffy. So when I execute the script, it's going to give me Luffy's pet ID. If you want to swap them, you'll have to unequip them and put Zoro in the first one, otherwise put Sanji in the first one, and so on. Whichever pet you have equipped right here, that's the ID that you will copy. So that's the ID you need. Anyway, what you want to do next is attach your exploit. I will be using a alpha version of Sentinel V3. This is not publicly available. It will be soon, but that's what I'll be using for today. So the first thing, like I said, you can copy this entire thing with a comment. It doesn't actually matter. You just want to paste it in here and execute it. Now, if you guys Control V, so paste something, you guys will see it'll paste this ID. So this is the ID that we need. Next, we'll head over into code block 2 and paste the ID here. So it's within the strings, and these curly brackets are required, so don't remove them. Next, all you have to do is just review code block 2. If you're satisfied with these settings, all you have to do is copy it. Once you copy it, go ahead, paste it in your exploit like so, and execute. It will teleport you right to the thing. It will start the game. So this doesn't execute again once you're in the game. You'll have to execute yourself. If you want to do it, you can put it in auto execute, and you'll keep doing the same thing. Or if you know what you're doing, you can just use the Q on teleport function.
Full of people, but I feel so lonely. I hate the fact that people acting like they know me. It's always
Alright, so once you've loaded in the game, you just want to execute the script straight away. You don't have to worry, there's a function that tells the script to run when it needs to. And as soon as you start the game, you'll see it will start placing your main person here. And give it a second, and there we go, it started placing them. And you guys can see, once it starts placing it, 2 of them may go through. I'm not 100% sure. As you can see, it just goes through. But it doesn't really matter, it's just 1 person. Normally this works with Erwin better, because Erwin sounds like horses coming down here, so you don't have to worry about it. But it does work with other NPCs just as good as well. Maybe the first one will get away, but it's not that big of a deal. Normally, after you place a few here, you'll place them all into one body. As you can see, it's 3 people into 1 here. That's what makes it so overpowered, as they can all just hit at the same spot. And first, you will maximize on the amount of NPCs you can actually place down. And once it places all the NPCs down, you'll start upgrading them automatically. Let's just play a few rounds, and you can see it doing this after it gets everything. I'll just run a speed up of this, because obviously it's a simulator balloon defense game, so it does take a while.
fuck all of this love shit like forever. I don't trust a single soul, no never. People switching up just like the weather. I got a price up on my head now. I got these bitches so upset now. I am the one that they obsessed about. It takes a lot, so I'm impressed now. You do not get why I be stressed out. You do not get why I don't get out. I don't give no one my address now. World all around me is a mess now.
And there we go, guys. That was the entire game done by itself. I didn't even lay a single finger. That's all it does. It just does everything for you. It places your NPCs. Obviously, it doesn't use all of them. You will only use 1 NPC. Maybe down the line we can have a better one that uses multiple. But the point is that this game allows you to just use 1 NPC and you can still clear it, especially if you have one that's kind of broken. They work really well. You guys can see I did it with level 1 Luffy, and I just had a bunch of them. They got max upgraded and they annihilated that boss. It didn't even make it far. As soon as they start attacking it, within a second it was already transforming. It's crazy. Other than that, that's pretty much what the script does. If you want to change your pet, you will have to run this script again. You will have to get the ID and replace it here, and you also have to change the name here. This unit is what's used to upgrade. If this isn't changed, you will not upgrade even if you change this here. Maybe down the line you'll be changed, but for now, if you do change, let's say Luffy with Zoro, you're gonna need to run this script again, get Zoro's unique ID. After you get Zoro's unique ID, you also want to swap this to Zoro. Just be aware that this is not the right name. They're most likely named after the characters, like Luffo is actually Luffy. As you guys can see, I have it named Luffy in here, but due to trademark infringement, they're not actually displayed as Luffy, it's just Luffo, so that's the reason they're not actually named that, but the names do remain. Alright guys, that's everything the script provides. It obviously allows you to farm a lot of gold and diamonds to get better pets in this game. That's the whole point of the game. The auto farmer is very overpowered if you just leave it into the auto execute, especially when you get to a higher level and you just want to repeat the same thing over and over. It is really useful for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Comment down below what script you want to see next. If there is a script, I will showcase it for you guys. I will look for the best script so you guys can have the best experience. Other than that, make sure you subscribe, turn on notification to stay notified with all the new scripts. This was Spain and I'm out. Peace.
Something's missing, I'm not tripping. There's a void that needs a filling. I just needed you to listen. Family tells me I'm distant. I'm so fucked up, I don't visit. I don't like the way I'm living. You not real, you just a figment. You not here with shooting.